Hey everybody, I'm here to talk to you about the new Pro Stabs from GONG. So what we've got here is the curve and the fluid in the new Pro Stabs. I'm recording the voiceover in my office because there's really bad wind noise on this video. And I'm going to talk about them from my perspective, which is a 97 kilo guy, sort of early intermediate level. What I've been trying to do with these stabs is understand what their effect is on any wing. So I've ridden them with pretty much all of the new version 2 foils from GONG. And I want to talk to you about how you can use the stabs to help in your progression. So if you look at this view here, you can see that the curve has these swept back and upturned tips. There are some other differences. The thickness of the stab is a little bit thicker, which makes it a little bit more lifty in general. But really the shape is what I'm focused on talking about here because it has the greatest impact. Putting the tips further back and the upturned tips gives it a little bit longer lever arm on the front wing, and these upturned tips give it a lot of stability in yaw. So the effect combined of the slightly longer lever and these upturned tips is the foil is much more stable in yaw and pitch. So yaw is left to right, pitch is up and down. And what you can do is you can use it with any of the foils in their range to kind of tame it somewhat and get your feel for the front wing locked in before you step up into the fluid to really unlock all the performance that you're going to get from that front wing. It's even more marked with the crossover stab, which has a longer fuselage by about 5 centimeters, and the turn up on the tips is even more accentuated. What that does is when you are coming down to low speeds, if you're coming out of a maneuver or something, and you're just powering up the wing and you're a little bit unsure of yourself, perhaps you're not totally familiar with whatever new maneuver you're trying to learn, what these stabs with the upturned tips do is they just give you a lot of stability at low speed. It doesn't start to wander as it will with the fluid stab, which really relies on speed to give it stability, particularly in yaw. The other thing that I've used it for, I actually rode my Ypres wing, Ypres S wing, I'm sorry. I actually rode it with a crossover stab just to see what it would do. And what I found was it calmed the wing down a lot in the really kind of swelly, gusty conditions that I was in. Fairly powerful, a lot of activity on the water, and it really calmed the behavior of the wing down. But I didn't lose a massive amount of speed. It was still riding like an Ypres S, but it made everything so much easier. I was nailing pretty much every jibe. When it was starting to get slow, the behavior of the wing was really manageable. And so I really think that the system of gongs where you can intermix different stabs with different front wings, you can use it to sort of say, well, let me get this foil that I'm aspiring to be able to ride, maybe the veloce or something, and I'm just going to tame the character of it a little bit with a curve or a crossover stab before you unlock it with a veloce or a fluid stab to get the full performance of the wing. It's a great system in that regard. I really like it.